John F. Kennedy, the President of the United States, in 1961. In the 1950s and 1960s, there was a race between the United States and the Soviet Union, the space race. Kennedy's famous speech was on the 25th of May, 1961. Alan Shepard was the first American in space on the 5th of May, 1961. But he wasn't the first person in space. That was the Russian Yuri Gagarin. Sputnik was the first satellite. It was part of the Soviet Union's space program in 1957. On the 12th of April 1961, the Soviet Union was the first country to send a person into space. In the United States, Alan Shepard, John Glenn, Gus Grissom, and 4 more astronauts were part of the Mercury program. John Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth on the 20th of February 1962. The next goal was to put a man on the moon. This was the Apollo program. There was a tragedy on the 27th of January 1967 when there was a fire on Apollo 1. 3 astronauts, including Gus Grissom, died. On the 20th of July 1969, there was success for Apollo 11. For the first time in history, there were men on the moon. The first man was Neil Armstrong, and the second was Buzz Aldrin. The next American space program was the Shuttle program. There were also tragedies on this program. In 1986 with the Challenger shuttle and in 2003 with the Columbia shuttle. The shuttle was also part of the International Space Station program. This is a program by the United States, Russia, Canada, Japan and Europe.